I've already talked about dreams and what they can do to a person. But in reality, have you ever thought of the question, where do we really come from? Have you seriously given it some deep thought and reflection? I know I have. I think of it all the time. Because to me it's very important that my knowledge gets fulfilled. Like certain movies or books or information which have been falsified, saying that we are just ordinary human beings and that aliens do exist. But I have a lot of trouble to confirm this information. I have previously said in my past videos that I have always been waiting for some kind of encounter, but it has never happened yet. But truthfully, when you really think of it, like way back when we were created and everything was made, they say from the Big Bang Theory, when the universe was actually made and put together. Well, I believe that when this happened, also at the same time, with the amount of energy that was engineered and was thrown out towards each end of our universe that we know of. Every particle, every electron, proton, the neutrons, the atom, every particle had its own signature. And that is why, when you think of it, the basics of mankind were created. Even if we were just atoms and not evolved at any stage, you could tell that evolution was on its way. Yes. And as the atoms grew throughout the universe, with each particular signature, or gene if you would rather have it. Every living thing, because I can't say creature, because this includes us, the plants, the planets, the air, everything. Basically comes down to one particular atom. And from there, atoms were split up and added to the genealogy tree, if you would say. Because if you think of it, every atom has its own signature, its own structure, its own base. But when you take the atom and you split it apart, or if I was to say, if you were to take several atoms and split them apart and remix the whole package deal together, creation would have commenced. And that is why we are what we are today. Because the base of the atom had got everything it needed in that signature to create us. And every other living entity in this universe. So, no, we do not come from monkeys. We do not come from fish. No. No. We are unique to what our signature is. Just like monkeys are unique to their genealogy, and fish too. So that's why evolution is the way it is. And even in 1 billion years from now, if the planets or the earth or whatever still exists, humans will still be humans. Oh, we might evolve to a certain point or limit. You know, we might deteriorate as we go through time. Because everything after a certain amount of time, without help, deteriorates and loses strength. But these are only theories that go through my head all the time. Yeah. I don't know why, but it's like, you know, when you're born with facts in your head, as you grow, and you're stuck to this one particular idea. That's the way my brain works. I work in a process mode that evaluates everything. And from so much information I have collected over the years, there's no significant proof showing otherwise. That's why I stick to my theories. Oh, when mankind is going to decide to fool around enough with either black matter or with the atom, so far we're doing a great job, don't you think? You know, we haven't blown ourselves up yet, but let's not go too far. Oh, that's what I think. You know, we better play it a bit on the safe side. Yeah. Because if you figure, just an example, just something very simple, and I'm not a scientist, I'm just a person like you that just thinks all the time. If you take the atom, like I was saying, and you split it up, so you remove the electrons and the protons, the nuclei and all that stuff from what I know basically. Let's say this remote control, just an example, it has atoms and it's full of protons and electrons. So if I was to extract some of these nuclei or nucleus out of this remote control, and let's say I had my arm and I was to remove some of the protons, electrons, nucleus out of my arm. And if I was to take the remote control and mix it with the atoms in my arm, well, wouldn't I end up having an arm with a remote control? They would fusion together, and I would be able to change the TV with my arm. But that could be a basic for everything. As you take, for example, like artificial limbs. If somebody loses an arm or a leg, and we are able to regrow or fusion together the same atom structure back into the arm, we can actually grow back an arm. That's how it works when you're a baby. Yes. That's how we were created, or everything is created. The atom structure grows and finishes a complete cycle. Yeah, so. But how come scientists don't tell us that? How come we are not at that stage or point in technology today? Because, like I said, it would be too dangerous to play to that level or work in that type of manner to be able to create something as wonderful and unique as us. So on that factor, I'm gonna let you go. Give it some thought. And like I said, I'm not a scientist, I'm just a thinker. But, and some of my scientific terms are not accurate, so, because even me, myself and I, through time, my brain is sort of weakening, and it's not as strong as it used to be when I was young. And that is why it is very important for you at the same time to keep on thinking and use that brain, because one day you might evolve. So take care. Love you. And catch you on the next video. Bye for now. Bye.